we need to know where the market is heading so that we can have an idea of what to look out for on the lower time frames. All right, so looking at this structure right now, remember we had price buying up from this area, which we agree that is a breaker from the weekly time frame, as price already mitigated this other block. So we having some serious price movement back to the upside. We first of all started with this shift in market structure, and then price went up to break structure from here. And now again, we've had this breakout structure. So at this point, it really looks much like we are bullish, and we had this trendline liquidity, and price has broken out of it. We can now maybe expect that, okay, price might want to retest this to continue higher right up to this high. So which means that our raw drawn liquidity now is this high, okay, is this high. And also this one. Remember, coming right from the high time frame is well bullish, right? So which means this is just a structure. This was just some kind of structure to go back up to break that high, maybe like just creating inducement, inducing more sellers to come in. All right, so we're seeing this bullish push from here, and our first target can be this high. All right, the second target will be this one. If at all the market actually invalidates this other block here, then, which I think we're likely to do that, therefore we're going to be trading up. This will be our first target and then second target. But if we don't invalidate that other block and we start seeing back bearish market movements, then we're going to target right down to this low. This low will be our first sell target, and then this one here too. All right, so if we lost this buying momentum, we are going to drop to the downside so heavily that price will clear out all of this. Okay, so remember I said we have this trendline liquidity here that price the market has started to clear, and you know, with trendline liquidity, when the market starts clearing trendline liquidity, it clears right to the origin of it. All right, good. So on the weekly, we are bullish. Price has tried even to close higher. So at this point, we can shift our focus to this weekly key level, which will still, when we go down to the low time frame, we're going to see it also better. Let's go down to the daily chart now. All right, so on the daily time frame, what do we have here? What do we have on the daily time frame? So right here, we can see that daily is currently bullish, pushing higher, and we had this other block right here. We had this other block, and the price hasn't touched it yet. I think we mentioned this the other time that we can be using this high as inducement into that other block, and if the market goes to the other block, maybe, just maybe, we can be expecting to see maybe price give us some little movement from that zone, right? So let's see what happens around that particular other block from here. Maybe on the lower time frame, but I think it's a good area to wait for the market to give us maybe some entry confirmations or for a sell, right? For a short sell, because just looking at this price action here now, we notice that we having this inefficiency that has been created here. So if the next candle opens and it taps into that other block, maybe now we can, if we close even like a doji or like a contraction candle, then the next candle will be expecting me to come back down and fill the fair value gap, right? To fill the fair value gap that the next candle has opened. So let's go down now to the 4-hour time frame and see. But remember, we have this a very good other block key level, so you always have to be watching out for these levels that can cause price to retrace, or level that can resist price from passing through them. Okay, and it's a good total block with a good inducement into it. So maybe around this area, you can see some reasons maybe to sell, target some highs, especially like this one, because this is a resistance high. When you're going against the overall trend, you have to be very smart. You don't want to hold trades so long because price might not really be that interested in pushing down too much. All right, you need to be able to get out as quickly as possible where you have the nearest support. Okay, so I think it's the same key level on the 4-hour time frame, unless we can narrow it down to this mitigation here. Okay, so that's it on the 4-hour time frame. So we can now move to 30 minutes. We have our key level now. All we want to see is price to tap into it and see what happens. For me personally, I would love to see that price. This candle closes, the next one opens and trades above the for this daily candle, so that at least we'll know that previous daily high has been raided, and price then can give us the selling rejection that we are looking for, if there will be any. So let's go. Let's see what happens. All right, we have the new candle. I know that with so many traders, the moment they see such an expansion, every little bearish candle, you just want to jump in. You have to always be patient on your key level, all right? Don't be a trader that is trying to catch tops where there are no tops. If you mark out your key level, all you have to do is wait for price to come to that key level, and if it comes there and gives you a reason to buy or sell, good. At that moment, you can buy. But don't be so desperate that every bearish candle gives you a reason to want to sell or buy. Okay. Remember, what we're doing right here now is that we have to at least get a 1 hour or daily confirmation. I don't know why I have my 1 hour here. We need to have a 1 hour or at least a daily confirmation that the market really wants to move lower. Let's go back to the daily. I think there's something here. Okay, let's see. 1 hour, 30 minutes. All right, so on the 1 hour time frame, we can see that we have price dropping into this 4 hour fair value gap here, which guys, this is so nice. You can see something here. This is a 4 hour fair value gap, and just sitting below it is this swing low, right? And slightly below it is this nice order block. What do you see from here? Okay, what can you see here? We see a swing low, which we call it an inducement. All right, we see a swing low, which is called inducement. All right, and we see a clear order block from there. But I'm not saying that we're going to be buying this price movement, because if I'm to buy, I want to see price close above this candle. But if it closes above now and I'm buying to target this key level, my risk to reward ratio will not be nice. So I'm not looking to buy this market now. Why? It's even too expensive. I'm just trying to make you understand, or to see a reason that price could move higher from here. All right, so that you don't be trapped in trying to sell a market that is still in a bull run. Remember, I think I've talked a lot about market structure that is like this. It's not every time that you see a shift in market structure that is already a reversal. And guys, take note, because when you see a shift of market structure like this, it doesn't just mean price wants to reverse, right? If price had tapped into a key level, therefore this shift in market structure can be valid for a sell. All right, but now if you're having a shift in market structure and this guy did not tap into any key level, just know that this is an inducement that price took to a key level, probably to continue higher, because what, in an uptrend, the market rejects lows and it breaks highs. It rejects lows and it breaks highs. Why is it rejecting lows? It's simply just to Please, are you guys seeing my screen? If you see my screen, just type 1 on the chat. If you're seeing my screen, please, let's be fast. Okay, good, beautiful. Now, I was simply explaining that in an uptrend, the market rejects lows and it breaks highs. The market does what? It rejects lows and it breaks highs. Now, if this is simply what the rejection of lows is, right? Price rejected this low into a key level and it goes higher. And if you look critically, this will be a CRT on the higher time frame than this one you're looking at the structure on, where price will take the CRT low into a key level and then goes back up to take the CRT high. All right. Now, if price taps into a key level like this one now, and they will have a shift in structure, that's when you can assume that your structure is valid, right? That's when you can assume that you're having a valid structure. So what I'm simply saying here is that here, this does not just mean price might want to go lower, because we have some double confirmations here. We have a 4-hour fair value gap here, and it's supporting, looks like it's going to support price to move higher. Why? And primarily, one more thing is that our key level is still up. Our key level is still up. Price has not touched our key level yet. So we are not supposed to be trapped in price trying to bring in early sellers here. All right. So what is the market trying to do? At this point, it looks like almost more than how many percent of people are already buying. They have actually convinced themselves that, okay, this is a bull market, let us be buying. But now it's already too late. The market now needs bad sellers, or the market now needs bad buyers, right? So what is going to happen is that it's going to induce sellers to come in. Once sellers comes in now and they start to sell, assuming this to be shift in market structure, the market breaks higher again. When it breaks higher, what happens? They say, okay, we were still in an uptrend. And what happens is that they start to get in again. When the market pulls back, they will start putting in more positions. And that time now, we have people that can give us the volume or the liquidity that we want in the other side of the market. There must be buyers and sellers, buyers and sellers. So what happens is that there must be confusion, there must be panic, and there must be fear. Right? This is what the market is all about. It brings fear, it brings panic to people and they start taking trades in the other sides of the market, directions up and left and right. And all that fear and panic is to make sure that they give liquidity to the other side where the market actually intends to travel. All right, so let's see what happens. I think that's so much explanation from this key level, from this point. So let's continue and see if we tap into that key level. But take note, if we don't tap into that key level, right? If we don't tap into that key level and price starts moving lower, like even to break below this low, then that really means something. All right, so let's just see what happens. Okay, so we have a nice reaction from the 4-hour key level, and you can even see how the 1-hour candle has closed a beautiful order block from here. All right, so like I said, if I was to be buying, I would have entered, but my risk reward ratio would not have been really that good. Maybe targeting, that's like 2.39. One important thing that you should always do is that if the market is bullish, try to be buying. If it's bearish, try to be selling. Don't ever want to go against the market, because this is a perfect setup. I have seen this thousands of times. That's why I can explain with so much confidence. We have had a 1-hour confirmation from a 4-hour key level that price still wants to go higher. And this trade is not bad. It's let me put it exactly here, or even a little bit lower. Let's just put it at 2R, this one. Who will be taking this buy with me? 2R. We have a trade of 2 risk reward ratio of 2. It's not really bad. I can take this trade, right? But my risk will not be too high in my normal trading. But who is gonna take this trade with me? Let's see. If you are taking the trade, you type 1. If you are not taking the trade, you type 0. The way I've explained this trade, if you're not taking it, it simply means you're scared, or unless your strategy does not really match up with all my explanation. We have had one person that is not taking the trade, Samuel, and Jonathan Tembe is not also taking the trade. I love that. It really shows that your mind is independent. It's not because I've tried to paint the trade so much good that everybody is trying to be on the trade. And also one thing is that if it doesn't match with your trading or your entry model, it's not a must that you should take it. All right. It's not every good trade that I take. If I don't get a good entry, like even the one that we saw the other time, where I explained in the beginning how I was not in the trade, it doesn't mean that the trade was not good. It was good, but it simply did not give me the type of entry I wanted, right? So I had to let it go, and all that move you can see that went without me. So it's normal, right? All right. We're expecting higher prices from here. We are on this buy trade. 1 hour has given us that confirmation we need. 4 hour is also in a key level on the 30 minutes as well. We have this manipulation candle. So let's see what happens here. Uh-huh. Okay. So when this happens, what do you do now? Because I see a lot of people are already shaking. Your heart starts to beat very fast, huh? Your heart is beating, your heart is beating. This guy will hit my stop loss. And this is what some people will do. Shift it down. Say, maybe let's shift it down, let's shift it down. Let's shift it down. Okay. If I see that it's coming to take this low, that means that should be the invalidation. But now look at, you'll be running a negative risk to reward ratio. It's not good, right? So let's leave it like that. If it goes up, it's good. If it doesn't, it's fine. And therefore, stop loss was hit on this one. Okay, today is an amazing day. So I should we probably set below the 1 hour. Nah, it's not a big issue. Okay, this was our invalidation. This one. This was our invalidation low, so there was no point trying to go too much lower. Guys, you've noticed something here. This has been a very good trade with all the explanation and everything that I've said concerning this trade. It still ends up to be a losing trade. So this is something really good, and it's a good lesson for you. That no matter how good your trade is, it might still end up to be a losing trade. But if I want to take a recovery entry here, I'll be waiting for price to close above that candle. If it closes above or price doesn't violate this key level, we can still try to get a buy from there and to continue higher. We can also see that price has built up some equal highs here. So let's just pray that maybe the next candle doesn't just open and one candle goes to TP. Maybe it should at least give us an entry. It's always about a risk to reward ratio. If your risk to reward ratio is good, you don't have a problem. All right. All you just need to do is stick to the probabilities. All right. That's just all. Stick to the probabilities. Okay. Let's see what is happening here. I'm not so much bearish. Remember, like I said, until price invalidates this candle's low. All right. So in this case, I'm going in on another buy from here, from the open of that candle, with my stops below this low, and I'll be targeting that key level. I think 1 hour looks good too, and the 4 hour has another nice rejection. So let's see what happens here. Okay. Now, if we're even waiting on the other block, like price would tap us in from that other block right there. From that other block. Okay. like that, and then we'll target, just say 1 pip before that key level because of spread. This is 3.16, so let's see what happens here. All right, good. So we went to TP now so much with ease. This is actually what I knew was going to happen. But then price was playing what they call kiss of death. So we had that kiss of death, last manipulation before actually going to that key level. And the manipulation here was even this other block, as we still had this unmitigated other block below. Those traders that trade maybe direct entries would have gotten in directly from here, but I would have waited for this confirmation. All right, so this is this gave us 3.6 R, 3.661. All right, so now we've tapped into our key level. You can see our price has tapped into that level. So all buys for now are suspended. All buys for now are suspended, and we are now expecting a sell program. Price could still go deeper right down into the key level, and from there we can see get sales, same as we can start selling back from there. The main thing is that we have tapped into the key level, so we can expect sales anytime, or maybe if this is already late, maybe the next candle can open and decide to take previous candles high, something like that. I don't know, but let's see what happens if we get proper confirmation from at least 1 hour time frame. Let's see if 1 hour time frame closes below this guy, we might be looking to sell. All right, good. So we have that massive rejection from there. We can have price come back up to this other block here. It was not mitigated and even has a good fair value gap to it. And this was our total soap here. Other block. So if the market comes back here, we can take our short position with just our stops slightly above that high. All right. Remember, always put your stop loss maybe 1 pip or 2 above the high, maybe because of spread, right? Because the market can come sometimes and give some equal highs here, then move lower. So if we're targeting lower, we'll be targeting primarily this was the high, this was the resistance high I mentioned. So we can be targeting this fair value gap on the 4-hour, this one. Remember, we're actually in an overall bull market. So any sales that we're taking, they are not long-term sales. Okay. That's bad. The market came back up, did not tap us in, and then went straight to our TP. So at this point, we'll have to be patient now, right? Because the market has already grabbed the liquidity that we're looking for. Maybe now, what if that the market wants to now move higher? So this is what I say, we'll have to be now patient. Price has already tapped into our key level, so we have to be extremely patient now. I cannot just sell again from here because my liquidity has been grabbed. So if the market is buying from here now, it can be that the market is buying from internal back to external. We're targeting internal, it has been grabbed already. So we have to be very patient. And we will see how the next candle opens, because this day looks like so the market has come back to our other block. You can see how the 4-hour candle looks like, and you can also see what is happening in this other block. This is not looking good to me anymore because this is a huge manipulation candle and price close above it, which this simply signifies that the market will likely be taking out the buy side liquidity, as we are confirming this to be another block. Anyway, let's just see what happens. Let's see. Okay, we have a new candle. So we have a new candle and price is consolidating here. So this likely we can say that maybe the market might want to take previous daily high. This previous daily high is going to be like your main liquidity. All right, so you cannot just expect price to be selling off from here, but still it can sell off. Just that we are seeing this accumulation here, and if we are seeing this accumulation for the fact that it's Asian session, where can we have the manipulation to? Price can accumulate, manipulate by taking previous daily high, and then sell off. Why? Also because internal range liquidity to what? External range liquidity, which is previous daily high. So let's see. All right, we're trying to expand higher. Okay, good. So we have taken out previous daily high, and let's see if we have some bearish confirmations. We can go in on a short position, especially on the 1 hour. Beautiful. So we have the 1 hour bearish. So if price wants to at least, let's say, pulls back up to this area, can take a short position, and we try to target. I don't know. This does not look so much good for me for a sell. We try to target this area again. If at all we're going to be tapped in. Okay, so we have a fair value gap. We can include that fair value gap in our entry. Okay, daily looks good. We have closed as a contraction here, and price has taken previous daily high. Maybe we just want to have a pullback from there. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we have been tapped in from that FVG. This is crazy. The market is playing with us so mercilessly. We are building a lot of liquidity here. Anyway, look at what is happening here. So much accumulation. Just so much. So we can just maintain this rate. We'll see if price hits our TP. Now at this point we can target this previous daily low. Though price can still be coming down to this fair value gap. Okay. But I don't like this. When the market starts to consolidate so much like this, it can likely break out to the upside. We can likely have a serious breakout to the upside instead. All right, so TP has been hit, which is 4.34 R. Let's see where this takes us to. 3.1 is 3.114, 3.34. Guys, today we're going to have only one session. We don't have